Imagine finding a simple penny in your pocket, only to realize it could make you a millionaire. Sounds like a dream, right? But what if I told you that one specific 1966 Lincoln penny, if it's missing something crucial, could be worth up to a jaw-dropping $1 million? That's right. A single coin could change your entire life. But here's the catch, not all 1966 pennies are valuable. You need to know exactly what to look for, or you could unknowingly throw away a fortune. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to spot this rare penny, how much it's selling for right now, and the biggest mistake collectors make when trying to cash in. Now, let's rewind for a second. How did a simple penny end up being worth $1 million? Back in 1966, the U.S. Mint struck millions of Lincoln pennies. But in the chaos of mass production, some very special error coins slipped through the cracks. One of the rarest. A 1966 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Now, you might be thinking, what's the big deal? Plenty of pennies don't have a mint mark. And you're right. But here's where things get interesting. The combination of a no-mint mark penny from 1966 and other unique features makes this coin a holy grail for collectors. Some of these rare finds have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the highest recorded sale? Nearly $1 million, just imagine. You dig through your old change jar and find this rare coin. What's the first thing you buy? A dream vacation? A luxury car? Or maybe you go all in and start your own rare coin business? Let me know in the comments, because trust me, this kind of money is life-changing. So, how do you know if you have the right penny? Here's what you need to look for. First, check under the date. If there's no mint mark, you're off to a good start. Next, examine the coin closely. Some of these rare pennies have unique errors, like a double die obverse or a misaligned strike, and most importantly, the condition matters. A flawless, uncirculated version of this penny? That's where the real money is. Now, before you go flipping over every penny you've ever touched, here's where most people make a costly mistake. They assume any 1966 no-mint mark penny is valuable. But in reality, it has to meet specific conditions. And here's the heartbreaking part, some people have sold their coin for a few $100s, not realizing it was worth thousands. Imagine that, you trade in $1 million penny for less than a fancy dinner. Ouch! And that's not the only trap to avoid. Some sellers get scammed by fake coin dealers who pay way less than market value. Don't let that be you. Now that you know how to spot this valuable penny, the next step is crucial. Where do you sell it? Because if you walk into just any pawn shop, chances are you'll get a fraction of what it's really worth. The best way? Auction houses and top-tier coin dealers. Some of the biggest collectors will pay top dollar for these rare finds, and that's where the bidding wars happen. That's how we've seen some of these pennies hit prices over $900,000, but here's the kicker, prices are climbing. As more collectors hunt for these rare coins, their value keeps increasing. So if you've got one, now might be the best time to sell. And before you go, here's something to think about, this isn't the only valuable penny out there. In fact, there's another rare penny that's breaking records right now, and it might be hiding in your house. Want to know what it is? Stick around, because in my next video, I'll reveal another coin that could be worth even more. You won't want to miss it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and drop a comment below if you've ever found an unusual penny. Who knows? You could be sitting on a small fortune. See you in the next one. Imagine this, you're sorting through your spare change, and hidden among the ordinary pennies, you find one that could change your life forever. A single 1976 Lincoln penny, no mint mark, and suddenly, you're looking at a potential $2 million payday. But here's the catch, most people don't even realize they're holding on to a fortune. Could you be one of them? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to cash in, and why this rare penny has collectors going wild. 1976 was a big year for America, bicentennial celebrations, patriotic pride, and the creation of a penny that could make you a millionaire. But what makes this coin so valuable? Unlike most pennies minted in 1976, some were struck without a mint mark. This tiny detail is the difference between a coin worth 1 cent and one worth millions. The absence of that little letter means it was likely struck at a special facility, possibly as a test strike or error coin. These rare pennies slipped into circulation unnoticed, and for decades, they've been hiding in plain sight. That is, until collectors started discovering them, and cashing in. Now, before you dump out your coin jar in a frenzy, let's talk about the key features that determine whether your 1976 penny is truly the golden ticket. Here's where things get interesting. If you're serious about turning pennies into paydays, pay close attention. First, check for the missing mint mark. The standard 1976 penny should have a small D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. If your coin has neither, your heart should be pounding right now. Next, examine the condition. While circulated examples have sold for tens of thousands, the real jackpot comes from coins in pristine condition, uncirculated, flawless, and graded by professionals. One of these rare pennies, certified at the highest grade, recently stunned collectors by selling for nearly $2 million at auction. But hold on, before you start imagining your dream mansion, there's one more crucial factor that could make or break your fortune. You found a 1976 no-mark penny. Now what? First, do not clean it. Scrubbing that coin like it's a dirty dish could strip away thousands, if not millions, of dollars in value. Instead, handle it carefully and get it professionally graded by organizations like PCGS or NGC. Next, connect with reputable auction houses or coin dealers. Selling a rare coin isn't like posting an old couch on Craigslist. You need the right buyers competing for your treasure to drive up the price. And here's the real secret: timing is everything. The market for rare coins fluctuates, and knowing when to sell can mean the difference between a 5-figure payday and a life-changing windfall. So, is there a $2 million penny sitting in your pocket right now? The only way to know is to start looking. Because while most people ignore the pennies they walk past every day, a lucky few will uncover a hidden fortune. Will you be one of them? Drop a comment below if you're checking your change right now, and make sure to subscribe because I'll be revealing even more rare coins that could turn you into the next overnight millionaire. Imagine finding a single penny that could change your entire life. A simple, everyday coin, tucked away in a drawer, hiding in a jar, or forgotten in an old wallet, worth up to $3 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's 100% real. And today, I'll show you exactly how to spot one of the rarest Lincoln pennies ever made, the 1991 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. What makes this penny so special? It all comes down to a rare minting error that most people overlook. Normally, pennies are stamped with a small letter, P, D, or S, showing where they were made. But in 1991, a few coins slipped through without a mint mark. These coins are extremely rare, and collectors are paying millions to get their hands on one. Still think it's just another penny? Well, let me tell you a quick story. A man in Ohio nearly threw away a handful of old pennies, until something caught his eye. One looked different. No mint mark. Just plain and ordinary, until he checked its value. His worthless penny ended up fetching him a staggering 6-figure payout at an auction. Now, here's the part that could make you rich. How do you know if you have one of these rare pennies? First, grab any 1991 penny you can find. Flip it over. Does it have a little letter under the date? If it does, well, you're out of luck. But if it's missing a mint mark, you might be holding a gold mine. Next, check its condition. Collectors pay the most for pennies that are in mint or near mint condition. Even a small scratch could lower its value. And if you think, but my penny looks old and worn, don't worry, even circulated ones can be worth thousands. Quick question: when was the last time you actually looked at your spare change? Be honest. Most people toss pennies aside without a second thought. But what if the one coin that could change your life is sitting in your pocket right now? So, what's next? You found a 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Now what? First, do not clean it. cleaning can actually decrease its value. Instead, store it safely and get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Once verified, you can sell it through high-end coin auctions, online marketplaces, or directly to collectors willing to pay top dollar. Now, here's where things get really exciting. A recent auction saw one of these rare pennies sell for nearly $3 million. Imagine what that kind of money could do for you. Pay off your house. Retire early. Travel the world. But here's the catch, these pennies are disappearing fast. Every day, more collectors are hunting them down, meaning the window of opportunity is closing. If you don't check your coins now, someone else might cash in before you do. The real question is, will you be the next millionaire? The answer could be sitting in your pocket right now. So, go check your change. And if you want more secrets about rare coins worth a fortune, hit that subscribe button, because your next big payday could be just one video away. Imagine digging through your loose change and stumbling upon a single penny worth $4 million. Sounds crazy, right? But it's 100% real. A rare 1993 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny has recently surfaced, and its jaw-dropping value has left collectors scrambling. What if you have one sitting in a jar, hidden away in a drawer, or even in your pocket right now? Don't make the mistake of spending it unknowingly, because this tiny coin could change your life forever. But here's the catch, most people overlook this valuable penny. And by the time they realize its worth, it's already too late. So, how do you know if you own this $1 million penny? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, where to find it, and most importantly, how to cash in on it before it's gone. The 1993 Lincoln penny was meant to be just another ordinary coin, until a rare mistake happened at the US Mint. A small batch was struck without a mint mark, making it an extreme rarity. And when collectors find a mistake like this, the value skyrockets. So why $4 million? Well, coin collectors and investors love unique pieces. The rarer the coin, the higher the demand. And when demand goes up, so does the price. One recently verified 1993 no-mint mark penny set a record-breaking price, making history. And guess what? There could be more out there, waiting to be found. Now, before you go tearing through your couch cushions, you need to know exactly what makes this coin valuable. Because not every 1993 penny is worth a fortune. Let's break it down. Alright, here's what you need to do right now. Grab your old pennies and look closely. A genuine 1993 no-mint mark penny has very specific characteristics. No mint mark, flip your penny over and check just below the date. If there's no tiny D or S mark, you might have a winner. Sharp, clear details, the lettering, Lincoln's profile, and the edges should be crisp and well-defined. Any weak strikes or excessive wear could lower the value. Copper or zinc. Most 1993 pennies were made of zinc with a thin copper coating. But if your penny is solid copper, that's a major red flag. In a good way. Think you might have it? Great. But here's the deal. If you don't check carefully, you could pass up a fortune. People have unknowingly spent $1 million pennies at gas stations, vending machines, and drive-thrus. Don't let that be you. Now, let's talk about how to sell this treasure for top dollar, because having the coin is just step one. Selling it the right way could mean the difference between a few $100 or millions. So you found a 1993 no-mint mark penny. What's next? Here's how to get the biggest payday. Get it verified. Take your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified coin is worth way more than an unverified one. Don't settle for less. Auctions are where the magic happens. Heritage auctions, Stax Bowers, and eBay for rare coins are great places to start. Don't let a local dealer lowball you. Act fast. The market for rare coins fluctuates. Right now, collectors are hungry for this penny. But wait too long, and demand could drop. Timing is everything. Now, here's the $1 million question. Could there be an even rarer version of this penny out there? A version even experts haven't discovered yet? Stick around, because what I'm about to reveal next could change everything. Recently, rumors have surfaced about an even more valuable variation of the 1993 no-mint mark penny. A few collectors believe a handful of these pennies were struck in pure copper instead of zinc, something that was never supposed to happen. If that's true, we could be looking at a penny worth far more than $4 million. So, what should you do? Check your coins. Do it now. That ordinary penny sitting in your pocket might be the key to a wealthy lifestyle, and if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe for more rare coin discoveries that could make you a fortune. Don't let opportunity slip through your fingers, because the next life-changing coin could be hiding where you least expect it. See you in the next video. Imagine finding a single penny in your pocket, and realizing it's worth $5 million. Sounds crazy, right? But what if I told you that the 2006 Mark Abraham Lincoln penny could be your golden ticket to unimaginable wealth? Before you toss that change aside, you might want to take a closer look, because this little coin could change your life forever. For years, collectors have been searching for the elusive 2006 Lincoln penny with a rare error that makes it worth a fortune. Some people don't even realize they're holding on to a potential jackpot. But right now, the market is exploding, and the value of this rare penny is climbing fast. But what makes this particular penny so special? Why are collectors willing to pay millions for it? And most importantly, how can you find one? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and you might just have a small fortune sitting in your coin jar. Imagine paying for coffee with a $5 million penny. Sir, you just tipped your barista enough to retire. So, what's the secret behind this rare 2006 Lincoln penny? It all comes down to a striking error, a mistake made at the Denver Mint that turned an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Some of these pennies have double die errors, off-center strikes, or even missing mint marks, making them incredibly rare. And when something is rare, collectors will do anything to get their hands on it. Just recently, a coin like this sold for a jaw-dropping amount at auction. And guess what? As demand rises, prices are expected to skyrocket even further. But here's the kicker: you might already have one without even knowing it. And before you go rummaging through your coin jar, let me tell you exactly what to look for, because spotting these details could mean the difference between a regular penny and a life-changing fortune. Alright, here's what you need to check. Look for doubling in Lincoln's face, letters, or date. This is called a double die error, and it's extremely valuable. Check for missing or misaligned mint marks. Some of these errors make the coin incredibly rare. Examine the edges and surfaces. Coins with misprints, off-center strikes, or unusual textures could be worth millions. If you find one, don't rush to sell it at a pawn shop. Instead, get it graded by a professional coin authentication service like PCGS or NGC. Once authenticated, you can list it in high-value auctions where collectors are willing to pay top dollar. Would you hold on to a $5 million coin or cash it in immediately? Let me know in the comments, because honestly, I'd have a tough time deciding. And here's the exciting part: there are other rare pennies out there worth even more. In my next video, I'll reveal another hidden treasure that could be sitting in your pocket right now. Don't miss out. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't leave money on the table. Your future fortune could be closer than you think. Imagine this: you've had a penny sitting in your drawer for years. You almost threw it away. But what if I told you that one single penny, a 2014 no-mark Abraham Lincoln penny, could be worth up to $6 million? Yes, you heard that right, $6 million. And here's the crazy part: you might have one right now without even knowing it. But before you rush off to check, stick with me, because not every 2014 penny is worth a fortune. You need to know exactly what to look for. Miss this crucial detail, and you could literally throw away life-changing wealth. Now, let's talk about why this penny is so valuable. You see, in 2014, the US Mint produced billions of Lincoln pennies. Most of them worth just 1 cent. But a rare mistake, an error that never should have happened, created a version without the usual mint mark. This tiny oversight makes it one of the most sought-after coins in modern history. collectors and investors are fighting over these, driving the price into the millions. Imagine selling a single penny and retiring on the spot. No more 9 to 5, no more stress, just pure financial freedom. Sounds like a dream, right? But it's real. But hold on, how do you know if you have the real deal? Here's where things get interesting. First, grab any 2014 penny you have. Flip it over. See that? If there's a mint mark under the date, it's just a regular penny. But if there's no mint mark at all, congratulations, you just might be holding a piece of history. Now, before you start celebrating, there's a catch. Many fakes are floating around, and scammers know just how desperate people are to cash in. You need to verify it's the real thing before you even think about selling. Don't worry, I'll tell you exactly how to do that in just a second, but first, let's talk numbers. The last confirmed auction for this penny? A jaw-dropping $6 million. That's more than most people make in a lifetime. And with demand skyrocketing, experts believe the value could climb even higher. This isn't just a rare find, it's a golden ticket. Still not sure if your penny is legit? Here's what you do next: take it to a professional coin grading service. They'll verify its authenticity and give it an official grade. If you do have the real thing, get ready, because you just hit the jackpot. So now the big question: could you be sitting on a fortune without realizing it? Before you check your pennies, make sure you know the key details. Because missing out on this opportunity, that would be the most expensive mistake of your life. And if you want to know about even more rare coins hiding in plain sight, stay tuned, because the next one I'll show you might just be even more valuable than this one. Imagine holding a single penny in your hand, and realizing it could make you a multimillionaire. Sounds unbelievable, right? But what if I told you that a rare 2017 D no mark Lincoln penny could be worth up to $7 million? Yes, you heard that right. A tiny coin, worth more than a luxury mansion. But here's the catch: most people don't even realize they have one. Could you be sitting on a fortune without even knowing? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot this rare penny, what makes it so valuable, and how to cash in before it's too late. We all have that one jar of pennies just lying around, collecting dust. But what if I told you that inside that jar could be the key to life-changing wealth? The 2017 D Lincoln penny is special for one shocking reason: it's missing something crucial, the mint mark. Every coin struck at the Denver Mint carries a tiny D mark, except for a few mysterious ones that don't. And those? Well, they've sent collectors into a frenzy, paying millions just to get their hands on one. But why? What makes this penny so ridiculously valuable? That's where things get even more interesting. The reason collectors are willing to pay big money for this coin is because of a rare minting error that was never supposed to happen. Experts believe only a handful of these coins exist, and each one is worth a fortune. Just recently, one of these ultra-rare pennies was rumored to be valued at an astonishing $7 million. Now, let's pause for a second. How does that even happen? How does a simple mistake turn a 1-cent coin into a life-changing jackpot? Think about it: when something is one of a kind, collectors will pay any price to own it. And here's the kicker: not all 2017 pennies are the same. Some might be worth a few cents, some a few $100s, but a select few are worth millions. And guess what? Someone, somewhere, is sitting on this fortune without even knowing it. Could it be you? Now that you know why this coin is worth millions, let's talk about how to find one and turn it into cold, hard cash. First, grab any 2017 pennies you have and examine them under bright light. Look closely for the D mint mark. If it's missing, congratulations, you might be holding history in your hands. But here's the part where most people mess up. They either sell it too soon for way less than it's worth or don't get it authenticated properly. Listen up, because this is important. If you find one, do not rush to sell it at a regular coin shop. Many dealers won't even recognize its true value, and you could end up losing out on millions. Instead, get it professionally graded by a top coin certification company like PCGS or NGC. Then, connect with serious collectors through major auction houses. That's where the real money is. Imagine waking up tomorrow, checking your old pennies, and realizing you just won the lottery without even buying a ticket. This isn't just about collecting coins, it's about unlocking hidden wealth that could change your life forever. But here's the thing, these rare pennies are disappearing fast. Every day, more are being snatched up by collectors, and prices are skyrocketing. If you don't check now, you might miss your chance forever. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coins, and if you find one of these rare 2017 D. No Mark Lincoln pennies, you might just be the next millionaire. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more hidden treasure tips, and let me know in the comments, what's the rarest coin you've ever found? Who knows, your next comment might be worth $1 million. What if I told you that a single penny, yes, just one penny, could be worth up to $8 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But here's the kicker, if you have a 2018 D. Lincoln penny, you might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Before you toss your spare change aside, stick around, because in the next 10 minutes, you'll learn how to spot this ultra-rare coin and exactly how much it's worth today. Act 1, the discovery and setting the stage. Imagine this, you're sifting through an old coin jar, maybe even one tucked away in your grandparents' attic. You come across a shiny 2018 D. Lincoln penny, nothing unusual, right? But what if that simple coin was one of the rarest pennies ever struck, a collector's holy grail worth millions? Now, before you start digging through every penny in your house, let's talk about why this coin is so special. The 2018 D. Lincoln penny wasn't supposed to have this one critical error, a minting flaw so rare that only a handful are believed to exist. And collectors? They're willing to pay insane amounts to own one. Quick question for you, when was the last time you actually checked your pocket change? Most people don't, but after today, I guarantee you'll never look at pennies the same way again. Act 2, the big reveal, why it's worth millions. Alright, let's break it down. What makes the 2018 D. Lincoln penny worth up to $8 million? It all comes down to a rare mint error during production. A small number of these pennies were struck with a double die obverse, meaning Abraham Lincoln's portrait has a slightly ghost-like shadow effect, a clear doubling in the design. This is a mistake that happens once in a generation and, when spotted, sends shockwaves through the coin-collecting world. And here's the wildest part, just one of these error pennies has already been confirmed to exist. But experts believe there are more out there, maybe even in your collection right now. Think about that. One penny could be worth more than a luxury mansion, more than a fleet of sports cars, more than some people earn in a lifetime. And collectors, they are desperate to find one. The demand is so high that auctions are seeing record-breaking bids for rare pennies, with some hitting seven-figure sales. Now, let's get real for a second. Imagine you find this coin. What would you do with $8 million? Would you quit your job? Buy your dream home? Travel the world? Drop your answer in the comments, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Act 3, the urgency, how to check and sell your sigh. Now, here's where things get urgent. You might have one of these pennies sitting in your house right now, but if you don't check soon, someone else might cash in before you. Here's how to check if your 2018 D. Lincoln penny is the real deal. Look for the doubling. Grab a magnifying glass and check Lincoln's face. If you see a faint, shadow-like duplicate image, you might have hit the jackpot. Check for the Denver Mint mark, D. The rarest ones come from the Denver Mint, so make sure your penny has that small D beneath the date. Get it authenticated. Don't just assume, it's worth taking your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to verify its value. A certified coin can skyrocket in price at auction. Now, here's the cliffhanger you've been waiting for. What's the fastest way to sell your rare coin for top dollar? I'm about to reveal exactly where collectors are paying the highest prices right now, but before I do, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss my next video on hidden $1 million pennies. Alright, let's talk about where to sell and get the biggest payday.